Hey everyone, it's Holly Marie King, and we are back with the Hunger Games. This time we are finally on Gen 2. It's the first episode of Gen 2. First time. It's my first time.
It's time to stop!
I'm sorry, bad joke. It was terrible. It was a terrible joke. But anyway, I put every single number from Gen 2 into my little generator, and this is what it came up with. And as always with my Pokemon Hunger Games series, since there's more in a whole grouping of generations, I broke it down to 3 battles, maybe 3, it might be 4, I have no idea. I lost my list of how many, but anyway, we'll do 48 Pokemon in each one, and as always the top 10 will make it into number 2, just so that we can make sure that we get everybody but have enough people to battle by the end of the grouping. If you guys are excited about this, please leave a like so I know. Or comment if there is something that else you would like to see. Otherwise, we're gonna get started. So, in District 1, we have Gligar, Mischievous, Suicune, and Blossom, which I'm excited for Suicune, not gonna lie. In District 2, we have Tyranitar, Elekid, Totodile, and Espeon. In District 3, we have Meganium. I'm sorry if I butcher that. Yes, sir. Okay, then don't talk to me. Ursaring, Marill, and Blissey. In District 4, we have Spinarak, Sneasel, Houndour, and Azumarill. In District 5, we have Natu, Ariados. I apologize again if I have said it wrong. Magcargo and Quagsire. In District 6, we have Shuckle, and let me say, I am going to laugh so hard if Shuckle wins this, because my husband always says the don't mess with the Shuckle kind of thing. So I think it'd be funny if Shuckle won this, and watch, he'll be the first one to die because I said something about him winning. and we have Delibird, Unknown, and Granbull. In District 7, we have Furret, Igglybuff, Sudowoodo, and Lydian. I'm so sorry. I suck at reading names. District 8, we have Hoot, Heracross, Sentret, and Corsola. In District 9, we have Noctowl, Pupitar, Quillfish, and Smeargle. In District 10, we have Togetic, Cyndaquil, Magby, and Ampharos. In District 11, we have Ho-Oh, Ladybug, Girafarig, and Flappy. And then finally, in District 12, we have Larvitar, Octillery, Wooper, and Murkrow. Whew, so let's see what's gonna happen next. The Bloodbath. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Blissey runs away from the cornucopia. Wooper takes a sickle from inside the cornucopia. Heracross finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Pupitar runs away from the cornucopia. Quagsire retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. Blossom finds Sudowoodo hiding in the cornucopia, but Sudowoodo kills her. No! Blossom! Why? I know she's not that strong, but she's one of my favorites. She's cute. She's sad she's dead already. Magcargo finds a bag full of explosives. Noctowl runs away from the cornucopia. Natu runs into the cornucopia and hides. Totodile snatches a pair of sais. Togetic rips a mace out of Magby's hands. Ampharos runs away from the cornucopia. Sentret rips a mace out of Larvitar's hands. Espeon breaks Girafarig's nose for a basket of bread. Oh, poor Girafarig. Suicune scares Igglybuff away from the cornucopia. Gligar runs away from the cornucopia. Ladybug runs away from the cornucopia. Marill grabs a backpack and retreats. Ho-Oh runs away from the cornucopia. Shuckle rips a mace out of Tyranitar's hands. Sneasel runs away from a lighter and some rope. Runs away with a lighter and some rope. He ran away for the lighter and rope, guys. He didn't grab it. He ran from it. Lydian grabs a shovel. Ariados retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. Furret runs away from the cornucopia. Elekid runs away from the cornucopia. Blah, blah, blah. Whoa! Butt out of the face. Octillery runs away from the cornucopia. Corsola runs away from the cornucopia. Cyndaquil scares Azumarill away from the cornucopia. Quillfish, Murkrow, and Hoot Hoot start fighting, but Murkrow runs away as Quillfish kills Hoot Hoot. So who's that? that's what that whole thing was. Granbull grabs a jar of fishing bait while Mischievous gets a fishing gear. Wow, finally someone's deciding to work together. Spinarak runs away from the cornucopia. Unknown throws a knife into Meganium's head. Well, at least it's one I can't pronounce. Jeez. Flaffy and Smeargle fight for a bag. Smeargle gives up and retreats. Delibird takes a handful of throwing knives. Ursaring runs away from the cornucopia. Houndour falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Wow, what a beginning. Everyone else is killing people and Houndour's just like, well, fuck this shit, I'm just gonna freeze to death. Marill chases Smeargle. Furret searches for firewood. Granbull stalks Ho-Oh. Murkrow kills Octillery with a sickle. Pupitar overhears Ladybug and Ampharos talking in the distance. Delibird collects fruit from a tree. Larvitar attacks Eridos, but she manages to escape. Noctowl receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Ledian thinks about home. Tyranitar fishes. Mischievous constructs a shack. Sudowoodo and Suicune work together for the day. Don't work with Sudowoodo. He's evil. Azumarill makes a slingshot. Elekid steals from Quagsire while she's looking. Quillfish, Sneasel, Totodile, and Gligar hunt for other tributes. Togetic defeats Magby Murphy. That's his nickname. Smurfy. In a fight but spares his life. Espeon scares Whooper off. Careful, she breaks noses. Good thing you don't have a nose, Whooper. Natu is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Maybe that's why he ran off. Because Espeon tried to break his nose, but there was no nose to break. It just punched him in the face. Spinarak overhears Flappy and Blissey talking in the distance. Unknown travels to higher ground. Sentret Sentret is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Igglybuff receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Girafarig constructs a shack. Heracross has a mag cargo while his back is turned. Shuckle defeats Cyndaquil in a fight, but spares her life. Ursaring tries to sleep through the entire day. Corsola explores the arena. 6 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Blossom, District 1. Hoot Hoot, District 8. Meganium, District 3, Houndour, District 4, Octillery, District 12, and Meg Cargo, District 5. Well, at least none of my favorite ones have died yet. And I'm not going to say who they are, because as soon as I do, they'll die. At least, Shuckle's alive still. I was wrong about him dying first. Natu climbs the tree to rest. Furret and Shuckle run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Murkrow and Granbull hold hands. Noctowl goes to sleep. Igglybuff stabs Magby while his back is turned. Aw, poor Magby. Unknown bashes Mischievous' head in with a mace. Oof. Unknown, didn't know you had it in you. Ursaring questions her sanity. Corsola, Ledian, Pupitar, Ho, and Marill sleep in shifts. Tyranitar forces Totodile to kill Girafarig or Heracross. He refuses to kill, so Tyranitar kills him instead, so Totodile's dead. Aw, poor Totodile. Spinarak, Smeargle, Ampharos, and Whooper tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Quillfish and Sentret tell stories about themselves to each other. Ladybug and Azumarill hold hands. Eridos attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Suicune tries to sing himself to sleep. Togetic climbs a tree to rest. Cyndaquil and Gligar tell stories about themselves to each other. Flaffy tries to sing herself to sleep. Larvitar sets up camp for the night. Sudowoodo receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Blissey and Espeon tell stories about themselves to each other. Quagsire and Delibird hold hands. Sneasel falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Did you just, not see where Houndour died? Is that what your issue is? Plus, isn't Sneasel ice type? That doesn't make sense, Sneasel. Doesn't make sense. Elekid stays awake for the night. Or stays awake all night. Day 2. Espeon hunts for other tributes. Sentret receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Gligar bashes Larvitar's head against a rock several times. Well, Gligar, that's a little bit excessive. Flaffy makes a wooden spear. Ursaring collects fruit from a tree. Ho-Oh practices his archery. Smeargle tends to Quagsire's wounds. Igglybuff constructs a shack. Tyranitar sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Heracross constructs a shack. Murkrow discovers a river. Spinarak tends to Delibird's wounds. Noctowl severely slices Shuckle with a sword. Ah, Shuckle did not survive, guys. Shuckle is dead. Natu sets off an explosive, killing Marill, Wooper, and Ampharos, which Ampharos is one of my favorite Pokemon, so that's depressing. Granbull collects fruit from a tree. Blissey poisons Quillfish drink, but he drinks it and dies. The Quillfish is... The pufferfish should be immune to poison, I feel. Lydian searches for a water source. Cyndaquil dies from thirst. No, Cyndaquil! Aww. Pupitar steals from Suicune while he isn't looking. Unknown tries to sleep through the entire day. Corsola hunts for other tributes. Girafarig receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Elekid receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Furret injures himself. Ladybug thinks about home. Togetic overhears Sudowoodo and Ariados talking in the distance. Azumarill searches for a water source. 11 kids got in the distance. Wow, day 2 has been a little bit more rough than day 1. Magby, District 10. Mischievous, District 1. Totodile, District 2. Sneasel, District 4. Larvitar, District 12. Shuckle, District 6. Marill, District 3. Wooper, District 12. Ampharos, District 10. Quillfish, District 9. And Cyndaquil, District 10. Night 2. Pupitar tries to sing herself to sleep. Sudowoodo sees a fire but stays hidden. Girafarig defeats Flappy in a fight but spares her life. Unknown starts a fire. Suicune screams for help. Spinarak is unable to convince Natu not to kill him. Aww. Wow, Natu. Way to pick on a bug. Smeargle screams for help. Igglybuff receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Espeon receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Ho-Oh defeats Delibird in a fight but spares her life. Lydian receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Furret screams for help. Noctowl, Corsola, and Ariados cheerfully sing songs together. Togetic looks at the night sky. Azumarill sets off an explosive, killing Quagsire, Elekid, Cinderace, and Tyranitar. Wow. Murkrow silently snaps Blissey's neck. Wow, Murkrow. Wow. Gligar receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Heracross sets up camp for the night. Granbull goes to sleep. Ladybug attempts to start a fire, but is unsuccessful. Ursaring does start a fire, so Ladybug, maybe you should nicely ask Ursaring if she'll share her fire. Day 3! Ursaring steals from Heracross while she isn't looking. Noctowl thinks about home. Smeargle diverts Natu's attention and runs away. Azumarill pushes Togetic off a cliff during a knife fight. Togetic can fly, though! Togetic, fly! Save yourself! No, it doesn't work that way. Ladybug is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Ariados defeats Delibird in a fight but spares her life. Suicune steals from Furret while he isn't looking. Corsola ambushes Ho-Oh and kills him. Of all things to kill a legendary Pokemon, it's a Corsola. Wow. Sudowoodo injures himself. Gligar discovers a river. Lydian searches for firewood. Granbull shoots an arrow at Pupitar but misses and kills Murkrow. That's probably for the best. Murkrow's kind of crazy. Flappy practices her archery. Espeon picks flowers. Girafarig begs for Igglybuff to kill him. She refuses, keeping Girafarig alive. Unknown makes a slingshot. This whole time, you hear all these crazy things. I mean, I think Unknown killed one person. I don't remember. It was so long ago. It was so many days ago. But it's like, Unknown has been doing a lot of things just like on their own. Just messing around. Oh, good. An event. The remaining tributes begin to hallucinate. Natu mistakes Delibird for a bear and kills her. Ladybug survives. Unknown survives. Gligar hugs a tracker jacker nest, believing it to be a pillow. I'm assuming that killed Gligar, because that does not sound like a good thing. Smeargle survives. Suicune survives. Flaffy eats a scorpion, thinking it is a delicate dessert. Dessert. Not desert. Dessert. Lydian mistakes Girafarig for a bear and kills him. Well, he's probably hurting pretty bad anyway with that broken nose of his. Granbull and Sudowoodo decide to jump down the rabbit hole to Wonderland, which turns out to be a pit of rocks. Well, that's no good. Ariados eats a scorpion, thinking it is a delicate dessert. That wording. So should have made a different wording. Furret survives. Pupitar survives. Heracross eats a scorpion, thinking it is a delicate dessert. Everyone thinks that the scorpions are desserts. Espeon survives. Corsola hugs a tracker jackrabbit, believing it to be a pill. Did you not see what happened to Gligar? You probably could have saved. You killed the legendary. What are you doing? Noctowl drowns Ursaring, who he thought was a shark trying to eat him. I mean, fair. That one's fair. Igglybuff survives. Everyone's just eating scorpions for dessert. That killed 20 people. 20 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Spinarak, District 4. Quagsire, District 5. Elekid, District 2. Sentret, District 8. Tyranitar, District 2. Blissey, District 3. Togetic, District 10. Ho-Oh, District 11. Murkrow, District 12. Delibird, District 6. Gligar, District 1. Flaffy, District 11. Girafarig, District 11. Granbull, District 6. Sudowoodo, District 7, Ariados, District 5, Heracross, District 8, Azumarill, District 4, Corsola, District 8, and Ursaring, District 3. Okay, it's nighttime. Time to rest after that crazy thing. But Noctowl accidentally sets on a landmine. It's because he's so relieved. Maybe he was so upset that he realized he killed someone. Lydian receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Igglybuff, Espeon, Pupitar, and Ladybug sleeps in shift. Natu and Unknown hold hands. Smeargle climbs a tree to rest. Furret convinces Suicune to snuggle with him. That would be so cute! The big Suicune and then this little teeny Furret. I assume they're small. I'm pretty sure they're small. Oh good, it's a feast! It's another event! Haven't they survived long enough? The cornucopias replenish food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Unknown decides not to go to the feast. Espeon decides not to go to the feast. Smeargle and Nato get into a fight over Rami, but Smeargle gives up and runs away. Suicune, Furret, and Igglybuff unsuccessfully ambush Pupitar, Ladybug, and Lydian, who kill them instead. Dang it! Suicune was doing so good! Suicune's my favorite legendary of the three dogs. Okay. I'm sad. Day 4. Espeon overhears Natu and Smeargle talking in the distance. Unknown tries to sleep through the entire day. Ladybug is unable to convince Pupitar to not kill her. Aww. Lydian sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Noctowl, District 9, Suicune, District 1, Furret, District 7, Igglybuff, District 7, and Ladybug, District 11. Night number 4. Natu receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Pupitar receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Espeon destroys Lydian's supplies while she is asleep. Unknown looks at the night sky. You see this? Like I said, everyone's off doing stuff, and Unknown is just having the time of their life. They're just doing whatever. They don't care. That's what it seems like. Smeargle receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Day 5. Lydian falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Aww. Smeargle, Natu, and Espeon hunt for other tributes. Pupitar explores the arena. Unknown questions his sanity. Everyone else is doing something. And Unknown is just like, I wonder, today, am I sane? Am I just dreaming this horrible thing, this nightmare that's happening in my life? Is this real? 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Lydian, District 7. Night 5. Pupitar begs for Natu to kill her. He refuses, keeping Pupitar alive. Unknown tends to Espeon's wounds. Smeargle questions her sanity. Well, you know, Unknown just did that. And you know what? They came to the conclusion that this is actually really happening. Day 6. Natu receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Smeargle discovers a cave. Espeon makes a wooden spear. Unknown explores the arena. Pupitar searches for firewood. Unknown has discovered that they are awake and this is happening. We tended to someone's wounds and now we must see what else there is to see. No one has died! Wow. Proceed. Night 6. Pupitar and Natu talk about the tributes all still alive. Smeargle sets up camp for the night. Unknown destroys Espeon's supplies while she is asleep. Okay, everyone's just having their own time. Day 7. Natu shoots an arrow into Unknown's head. How could you, Natu? Unknown's just sitting here minding their own business and wandering around, and you just gotta kill him, huh? Espeon searches for firewood. Smeargle receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Pupitar makes a wooden spear. A cloud of poisonous smoke starts to fill the arena. I see 3 have survived, and I'm going to be so mad if the 4th one did not. Natu survives. Pupitar survives. Smeargle survives. Espeon, you were so close! Ew! Is engulfed in the cloud of poison smoke. I love the evolutions. I didn't say which one was my favorite because I was hoping for once they'd win. But no, of course, Espeon died. I'm so sad. The two people I was actually rooting for, just because Unknown has just been wandering around doing their own thing for so long. And now, the poisonous gas, the only one that died was Espeon. What is that baloney? Unknown District 6 and Espeon District 2. I'm very upset right now. Night 7. Natu destroys Pupitar's supplies while she is asleep. Smeargle screams for help. Who are you voting for? Huh? Who do you think's gonna win? I guess I'll say who I'm voting for Smeargle at this point. Out of the three, I want Smeargle to win. Comment below who you think's gonna win. And here we go. Day 8. Pupitar travels to higher ground. Smeargle and Natu split up to search for resources. Nothing's happening yet. Nothing's happening. Arena event. A monstrous hurricane wreaks havoc on the arena. Natu is incapacitated by flying debris and dies. Smeargle is sucked into the hurricane, which means 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Natu, District 5, and Smeargle, District 9. And the winner is Pupitar from District 9. Oh my god. Pupitar has won. Holy cow, guys. That is not the right notebook. That is not the right notebook. I have a million notebooks with a million things in it. I cannot believe Pupitar is the one that won. God, I'm so upset. I was hoping that Unknown would have won. Who killed the most? It looks like Ledian. Oh, Pupitar and Ledian are up there with 4 kills. Azumarill killed 5 people. Holy cow. But anyway, if you think you know someone who would really enjoy this, go ahead and give that a share. If you want more of this content, I do more than just Pokemon Hunger Games. I also do other Hunger Games. So if there's one particular one you're looking for, let me know, either on Twitter or in the comments below. And if you would like to keep seeing and getting notifications, go ahead and subscribe. If you made it this far and you absolutely hated the video, I have no idea why you're still there. Oh, and let me know. Because I do some of these with video with the camera on, and I just recently decided to do it with it off just because I didn't feel like recording my face today. But hey, if you enjoy the camera to see my reactions to everything, because I'm pretty much saying how I'm feeling instead of showing, let me know as well. Otherwise, hopefully I will see you guys next time. Bye!